What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Play Us podcast. How you doing? We got Dum Dum mimicking me, which I don't know why, but you'll see it. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I got some sleep last night. Finally, it's been a long work week, but
Yeah, you slept till at least 11 a.m.
Yeah, 10:40. I slept till
Sorry.
10:40 in the morning. But I also went to bed at like 3 o'clock every single night this week and woke up at like 8:30 every day. So I've been pretty tired, but I got some sleep, played some games. I don't really think I watched anything other than football. Right? No.
I don't know. I wasn't with you.
Yeah, but other than that, I've been doing pretty good. What about you, B-Dog?
Doing all right. Same, kind of a long work week, going into another one, unfortunately. I woke up at 6:30 this morning to watch a soccer game.
Yikes.
And then I watched another soccer game after that.
Yikes.
And then I played soccer all day. So
Yikes.
kind of what I've been doing. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been playing FIFA. You've been playing that Ultimate Team.
One day off. I said, let's get after it. Let's do it. Team of the Year's out.
You got the cards that you wanted?
I got my two favorite players. Well, two of my favorite players right now, and it's honestly feels like I have a cheat code. It feels like I have a cheat code in the game.
It's that good.
It's not even. Yeah, it's not even fair to some of these guys. It's literally hilarious.
Have you lost a game?
I have lost a game, but it's just FIFA. Like you're gonna get rigged out. So it's usually to a team that's much worse than mine, and you just somehow their players are like all Ronaldo's. Yeah, it's so funny. But I've had people see my team and just quit. Like don't even.
Does that
start
give
the
you
game.
a win, or does it not count?
Yeah. If they log if it loads into the point where they can like press start and quit, it will. But if they just dashboard out, it doesn't.
I just realized my baby monitor and my Master Chief figure are in the background here. But
well, that's fine. Those are important things.
I'll put Master Chief back here.
But yeah, I've just been chilling, playing soccer, watching soccer.
That's good.
Oh. Those two things behind you. One of them is one thing that you can look at, the most beautiful thing in the world, and the other one's a baby monitor. So that's good.
That's 100% true.
Nice.
That's 100% true. I mean, there's nothing nice about a baby monitor. It just monitors babies. But let's see what else. What I've been up to. Obviously we played some Halo, which we'll talk about that because we'll be happy. B-Dog will be happy with one thing that I did. Have I played anything else? I think Halo is really the only thing I played this week. I don't think we were talking. You guys played Smite. You guys have been trying to get back into Smite. It seems like.
I forgot about that. I played some Smite.
You also played Rocket League.
I played Rocket League, but that was just to annoy my friend.
It worked.
It worked. He quit in the first 30 seconds of the game.
Oh, you paid him back for Monopoly?
No, it wasn't Steve. It was Chris, just to annoy Chris.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. But no, yeah, we did that. We rocked that for a little while. That was fun. Yeah, I think Halo was pretty much the only thing I've really been playing just on stream. Oh, Marbles on stream, obviously, which we had a good Marbles on stream this past week. That was good turnout for that. Besides that, like I said, work's been getting in the way of all the play. I haven't really been able to spread the I played DayZ. I was playing DayZ. I forgot about that. I played that Saturday night after everybody went to bed. I played that for a little while. I enjoy playing that game. It's like the fact that I like those games that you can just go in, kind of like, I guess, like the Escape, where you go in and you can play for however long, and all of a sudden you just can get smoked and lose all your stuff. It adds a little bit of an exhilaration product to it. I think sometimes in DayZ, the hunger system goes a little too quick at the beginning, but once you kind of get into the game, you're golden. But I've been enjoying playing that. I'm pretty much playing that by myself. I know I got a couple guys that were going to play with us, a couple people from stream too, so they want to play. But yeah, besides that, and really haven't done anything else fun or exciting.
Sounds a lot like Rust. Now that Rust is blowing up way out of proportion, but yeah.
I know. Well, that's coming to consoles too this year.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't imagine playing a game for freaking a week straight and then logging on and see my base got raided, and I'm like, let's do it all again.
Well, that was like the game you were playing, right, B-Dog? What was the game you were playing with the bases? Scum. That was it. And I mean,
yes,
you said it's almost like a full-time job, right?
Yeah, Scum was cool. I was playing a lot with Troy, and we ended up we actually had a blast. Like, we logged on, we played all day one day. We just made a day out of it, and we ended up blowing into somebody else's base. Like, they had all these fortified walls in one little section of it. They couldn't afford to make it strong, so we blew through it with shotguns, went in, took both their vehicles, took everything they had, drove like 30 miles away, made our own base, and then we went back to their base, took everything else we could take,
Damn.
and
Jeez.
and all the while is like, we're figuring out how to drive, and you have to put gas in the vehicles, and making a thing out of it. And then we ended up building up our base, but we learned from them, and we made it a little smaller, parked both of the vehicles inside, and then put 3 doors with locks on them. So players had to come and pick the locks to get through, which was kind of cool. These guys had a locked door, but they only had one of them. So even if we could lock pick, but we just blew through the wall anyway. And then, a couple days later, we were still playing, still in the groove. We come back, and they booby trapped the area in case we came back to visit. And one guy just happened to be stalking around, so we got into like a shootout with him. We ended up dipping out and like falling back. It was fun. And then the bad thing about it is, like Matt was saying, you do all that, but you take a day or two off.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's a full-time job.
My base is gone. All the stuff we worked for is gone. You have to play it every single day.
Not that I don't know what the good solution was, because it's cool to have stuff like that your stuff's still there offline. They should, like, when you're offline, like you and your clan, your crew, whatever system they use, they own this base. There should be like if nobody's online at all for that, there should be like a multiplier to break in. You know what I mean? Like, so it's harder to break in when nobody's there. That way it kind of gives you, like, you don't have to feel like you have to be online 24/7 just to play a game. But also, if somebody wants to go and really attack it and like actually go at it, then they can. Does that make sense?
What you're saying.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like,
cool.
Yeah, because I mean, if you got a job, how you gonna keep up with a game like that?
I mean, same with any game nowadays, really. Tarkov, like anything that has to do with loot. Anything that has to do with loot, it's all about time you put in, and people that have jobs are screwed.
And I'd have to say right now is even less fair than normal, because I mean, people that aren't working, you know what I mean? They're working from home.
That's what I'm saying.
Not everybody working from home isn't actually working, but I know a few people who are working from home and they're not working at all. So
I can guarantee it's easier to play the game when you're working from home than when you're at work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just have 2 computers set up one next to
It's literally impossible when I'm at work. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you could figure it out, you would have by now.
Yes.
So on Wednesday, we all got together, a bunch of people we stream with, some friends. We played Halo custom games. It was a hell of a night. Good time. We played Tower. We started with Tower Power, which is a H2 classic. We did that. What? We did that once? Yeah, once. We were gonna do it again, but I don't think we did. Then, so the only issue I had was H2 Classic Shoddy was really inconsistent.
So yeah, everybody was complaining about it, and I like it. I like the classic shotgun.
You're a dirty dog.
Now, did it screw me over a few times, and I point blank shot like Russell or somebody jumping and didn't register, and I got shot? Yeah, sure.
There was a legitimate
like the way
time.
It feels.
There was a legitimate time I was behind Dum Dum over here, shot him. It didn't even register that I shot him, and he turned around and killed me.
And I don't know. It felt weird. I don't know if that's like because I play Halo 2 Classic, Rumble Pit, and all that, and the shotgun's never like that. I don't know if it was just because it was a custom game dealing with latencies and all that, but I have the shotgun in the Halo 2 Classic, like Rumble Pit or a match-made game, everybody's dropping. So I don't know. It just felt weird.
So Saturday night, I made Tower of Power in Halo 2 Anniversary for our next custom game night. So we can try it in Halo 2 Anniversary to see if it's any better. I just want consistency.
I'm sure it will be.
I just want consistency in the shotgun. That's all I want.
Shotgun's gonna be way, way stronger, for sure.
Well, yeah, but everybody's gonna have a way stronger shotgun.
But whoever has the tower is gonna be able to snipe you from Spiral, and the guy that sits up top next to the MG is gonna be able to blap you before you even come in. In my opinion, but we'll see.
We're gonna find out on Wednesday night, and if anybody wants to join us, let us know. We'll all hook up for some MCC action on Wednesday night. But I think, like I said, I feel confident about this. I'm happy about this.
It'll be fun. It'll be a lot.
And then we did Tower Power. Then we did some, what was it, Mosh Pit or What do we do? Joy Pit.
Infection?
Pit of Joy. Pit of Joy.
Oh, Pit of Joy, yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't it Pit of Pain or something
Pit
like
of
that? I
Pain
don't
or something. Pit of
remember.
Pain. It's on
Something like that,
midship, and it's just a King of the Hill in the center of midship with overshields, and all you had was swords and stickies.
Yeah,
Triple
3x
overshield.
overshield.
Yeah, that's right. Triple overshield.
Yeah.
Well, that was hilarious. That was funny. Then
I think
we
you
did
betrayed
zombies.
more people than you killed that game.
I
He killed
betrayed.
me like every 2 seconds.
I was sticking the other team, and they were running into B Dog and blowing him up, and it was just bad.
Strategies.
So then we played zombies. Zombies was fun. We played a couple rounds of that. But the mode of the night had to have been Rocket Race. Halo 3 Rocket Race. I was actually in tears, laughing so hard at some of those. Like, we did 2 of them, and I really was. It was absolutely hilarious. And I think I even said it on the stream. Like, I forgot how much fun Halo custom games are. Like, that is what we used to do, like, all the time. Like, that was, I mean, not the Halo's multiplayer story, great, amazing, the reason I love it, but I feel like the custom games lately get slept on. In all honesty,
they're still a lot of fun, but I just don't feel like there's a lot of player base, I guess, around.
That's the problem. So back in like 2004 through 2010, Halo was the game everybody played. So you could load up a custom game. Next thing you know, you got a full lobby, no problem. Now you got to kind of search for the people that want to play it. But I even with, we had 8 or 9 people playing, it was a good time.
It was a lot of fun, especially like you said, that rocket race, dude. Oh my God, people screaming at everybody, dude. Rockets going everywhere. You got your mongooses going 100 feet in the air. People hopping off the mongoose, shooting them just to grief people. I'm like, this is nuts.
Not to rub it in for any of the viewers that any of the listeners that are listening to this, but B Dog and I are undefeated so far in Rocket Race here. We haven't lost one yet.
I think the teams probably should be changing it every time. Honestly,
I thought that's what we should do as random teams. I don't know how we'd be able to do
yeah,
that.
for sure.
I enjoyed it. We won.
That was a lot of fun, though.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. It was actually a blast. I remember Maddie had assassinated me, and it jaded me, and we would have won earlier. So every time we saw him, I would just aim for him and blow his mongoose like 100 feet away, and he started getting real mad.
Yeah.
I could be getting hit by 3 people. I'd still aim for you.
It's kind of funny because I knew he was getting upset. He was upset about it because B Dog was laughing and like almost crying. I could hear on the mic. And then after he was assassinated, we couldn't score points. He was like, "It's because I was assassinated."
Yeah.
I didn't know that if I assassinated you, it'd screw you up like that. I thought it just like
the objectives over there.
I just thought it made you respawn.
There's Maddie. Make sure we keep shooting him. Yep, keep flipping his. Keep
I
floating
didn't say that.
No, you didn't say it, but you did it.
Yeah,
I witnessed it. I was watching it. I'm like,
well, it was cool because you pretty much drove all the first race.
And
I drove all the first race, and then you drove the second race, which is kind of cool.
It was a good time. We're definitely gonna do another custom night though. That was fun, and we ended the night with 1 or 2 big team battle matches.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 1 or 2. I don't remember exactly.
Big team's fun to rock. I like rocking big team.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like getting in the Warhog.
Yeah, I know you do.
It's my favorite.
You dirty dog, you. Loves warhogging around.
Yeah, and you cannot leave B Dog's Warhog until the Warhog is
dead. That's right.
That is it.
Because it is going down with the ship, so it respawns.
Yep.
So one thing that I want to talk about, because I was thinking about this at work the other day. What's a gaming franchise that deserves a sequel or deserves to be continued? That you guys are like, oh man, I wish there was another one of those, or not a remake necessarily, a series that you want to get a sequel of. If you guys need time, let me know. I can start.
I guess I don't fully understand the question.
Okay, so like,
it when you asked.
So like,
so you're saying not like a number 2 or a number 3, but something that deserves like its own. No,
like if they stopped it at 2, and they should have made a 3, and they never did. Like, so I was gonna say Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. That was one of, but we're recording this on Sunday, not like we usually, the 24th. I saw that IGN literally reported maybe 2 hours before we recording this, that Lucasfilms is going their leaked information. They are making a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 3.
That's cool.
But it's been how many years? I forgot when the second one came out. It's been that long since then. So that's what I'm saying. So, but I did have a backup. So it's okay. So a game that, which I don't understand, should have a sequel that doesn't. Conker's Bad Fur Day. How did they?
Bro.
How did they never make a sequel to Conker's Bad Fur Day? And I know Microsoft bought Rare, which, and then they were like kind of doing it like, but then they kind of like were teasing it with that Project Spark, and they kind of rebuilt it in there, and like they made Conker's Live and Reloaded, which was the.
I was gonna say, didn't they make a new one?
No, it was a remaster of the first one. They never made a sequel to that game. With all the movies and franchises and stuff that they could pick on that's come out since, that the world needs another Conquerors. Like that game, so the story was fantastic. You'd laughing your ass off on it, and even the multiplayer mini games on that were great. They had some game where one team was dinosaurs and one team was
cavemen. Raptors. Yeah, and you had to steal the eggs.
Right. And you had to steal them and throw them in your frying pan. You remember that?
Was awesome. Yeah, that was my favorite.
And then you had the one where one team was teddies and one was the squirrels, and you had the big battle across the thing. Did you have to capture a flag? I think you had to capture a flag.
Capture the flag. Yep. And the katana was in the middle.
Yes, I forgot about you could slice up the teddies, the stuff.
The katana was the best. Yeah, the katana was the best.
But like that game was fun. Like that would be the perfect game to co-op couch multiplayer for the competitive, and all the franchises they could pick on. Because I mean, I'm trying to think of some of the franchises they picked on the other one. What was there? There was Matrix. There was Alien. There was.
Those are the two big ones, I think. Yeah, D-Day. Yeah.
I'm sure there are others.
Those are the big three.
I'm sure there are other ones that I was forgetting, but the game, like, I mean, maybe I'm looking at it with rose-colored glasses because it's so old and I liked it at the time, but I feel like that'd be a fun game to get a sequel to. I mean, it's been so freaking long.
I just think it's like too risky for them to do nowadays because of how everything is with how everything is in society right now. They wouldn't probably want to produce a game like that nowadays. How racy it was and how over the top and how controversial it is. They want to be known for like the new Halo rather than a game that's making fun of everything and super graphic and over the top. But I agree. It would be awesome.
I feel like there are people that would still buy the game.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying it wouldn't be. I'm just saying the publicity they would get from mainstream media and stuff like that wouldn't be great.
Yeah.
And that's what they care about. I know we don't care about it, but that's what they care about.
That would be my choice. Would be like a Conquer. Seeing how they ruined my Star Wars. Because I would have been. I mean, and then obviously they just said they're going to make another Mass Effect, like a true sequel to the original trilogy. So, but obviously that's already announced. But Conquer's Bad Fur Day would be mine. Now, do you guys have a game like maybe something you played or that you're like,
you need more time, or you want me to go?
No, I think mine's pretty straightforward. I think I've already talked about it on the podcast a long time ago, and it's just Battlefield Bad Company 3. It would be 3 because they've already come out 2 of them. That's probably my favorite. Yeah, it's probably my favorite shooter. You don't really get any games that scratch that itch of being able to, they got rid of the camping problem that everybody complains about with like games nowadays where, he's hiding in that building. Well, the building doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Building destroyed.
You could definitely build structures.
Yeah, you could just completely level them. I thought the way that they had like the power type situations, like the UAV, it was a thing that you had to sit on after you captured a base, and you could, use it and fly it around. It could be shot out of the sky, or they could walk right up and shoot you out of it. And then there was a cooldown on it. I like the fact that it didn't hold your hand, and if your team wasn't good, you could get spawn killed. You could take an Apache, and if you were good, you could hover a loop over an enemy team that wasn't good, just murk them. They didn't hold your hand. Get out of your spawn, or you're gonna die. I thought it was just awesome the way they implemented vehicles, and like the way to take vehicles down was really cool. If I had a laser tracer, I could hit your bird with it and lock onto you with a rocket. But if you were smart enough and good enough in the Apache or the Havoc, you would have the perk to pop smoke and get rid of at least one tracer, but that had a cooldown on it too. It just seemed like it was a very balanced game, and it was very skill based. It was the first game on console I remember to introduce bullet drop. So sniping was really cool at the time. It was just I think if they came out with a Bad Company 3, it'd be off the chain. It'd be so sick, especially with all the graphics and all the stuff they already had with the original. I think it was the original Frostbite engine, if I remember right.
Was it?
I think it was when DICE first came out with Frostbite.
I agree with you. I'd play the shit out of it.
It'd be sick. It'd be sick.
Dude, I definitely remember some of the sniping clips in that game were insane.
Oh, they were nasty.
That was like, it took so hard to get used to the sniper, let alone master.
I love flying helicopters in Battlefield games, just Battlefield games alone. But Battlefield Bad Company 1 and 2 were games that I legitimately I was a helicopter flying machine in those games. Didn't matter what it was. Was it you want me in the Apache? Okay, I'll do it. You want me in the Blackhawk? All right, I'll fly that. You want whatever you need. I was the guy to fly. That's what I like to throw out there.
Guy.
There was, I forgot what one of the levels was. There's a level where when you're attacking the first set of attacking points, what was it, in Rush, you spawn and then you have to go to the island. There's like a little island. I'm sure you'd probably remember it. And you could take boats over, or you could swim over, or you could fly. I remember being able to dip that helicopter so close to the water, pick up people in the water, and then freaking take off. Like, oh man, that was.
It's gonna bother me, dog. Now
those are the good old days. I'll look it up. I'll look at Battlefield 6, eh?
It's a fall map. It's like orange foliage.
Yep, it's a fall map.
The last base is like a hangar type situation.
Yes.
There's a city after the first base. It's in the woods, and then the next one's in the city, and then the next one's in the hangar.
Here we go. Opening shit, new tabs.
Called? It's got a weird name. If I remember right, it's got a weird name.
Yes. Don't load.
It's not a.
It's this one right here, right? Isla.
Innocence.
Yep, no. It's this one.
Is it?
Isla. Yep, this is definitely the map.
Yep. I don't remember the Innocentes on that though.
I think because we all just called it Isla. Yeah, because when you attack is right here. This is the island I'm talking about right here.
Yep, that's it.
But that was I loved playing.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. That game was a lot of fun, man.
My longest snipe to this I ever got was what's the desert map?
That one with the long drive at the the and then he goes down to the harbor at the end.
Was that Arica Harbor? I think it was.
Yeah.
It was Rush, and I was attacking, and my favorite sniper was the very first one you get, the M40. And I always use that thing. I never really switched off of it. I went up in the back guard tower in the first base, and I sniped somebody. I got a headshot on somebody that was at the last base, and ended up being like a 1,050 meter headshot or something. I remember.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, obviously, I was just. I was just trying, but I eventually clipped him.
And Battlefield's games, like before the newer ones, the hardcore mode was actually good.
Oh yeah, and if you're not playing hardcore, then what are you doing?
Yeah, well, Dum Dum doesn't agree with that. Dum Dum doesn't know how to play those
modes.
In a Battlefield game, it's pretty much have to.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. I don't do that. I only play. I like being able to be shot like 64 times before I die, but it's
run away.
Yeah, I'll put a shield on, run away. Like, stop it! No. Yeah.
My overshield.
But no, that was a good choice. I agree with that. All right, what do you got, Dum Dum?
I got 2, I guess, because one of them's really quick. One of them is Fusion Frenzy. I would love if they made a Fusion Frenzy too.
That'd be a good couch co-op game.
That's what I mean. Yeah, for that kind of.
You're talking OG Xbox.
OG Xbox, yeah. Fusion Frenzy.
Where you're in the balls.
Yep. That's like the cover of it. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
That game was so much fun to play with friends back in the day.
We never owned that game. We just played the crap out of the demo. Because remember, we used to subscribe to that Xbox magazine. They'd send you the discs.
The discs.
We played the crap out of that demo.
That was fun.
Yeah. If they could make that for the Xbox and have it online now with a bunch more mini games and maps.
Yeah,
and
look,
stuff,
this is like that Fall Guys game before the Fall Guys game.
Dude, it'd be so much fun. That's all I'm saying.
I would agree with that. I'm surprised they haven't. Seeing how people want couch co-op now? Well, now they don't because people can't get together. But when stuff gets normal again, they want people where people were clamoring for couch co-op before. So
yeah. And then my second one is I know they're remastering Fable, but they're not making a brand new game.
No, they are making a brand new game.
I thought it was a remaster of Fable 1 from my understanding.
No, they are making a new Fable.
Oh crap! I mean, Fable's had a few individual IPs, right? Like they had Fable 1, Fable 2, Fable
3 came out. I want to say 2007. It might have been 2008. I just know whatever.
Weird Fable for the Kinect only, remember?
Yeah, I don't count that.
I don't know what that was.
2010. Sorry, 2010. So it's been 11 years since a Fable.
Was that the one where you could like raise the taxes on your people and all that when they introduced that?
Oh
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. That was fun. That was fun. B-Dog's like, I love raising taxes. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I had giant demon horns.
So that's one of the reasons why I didn't say Fable, because that would have been on my list too, but it's because they're coming out with a new one.
Well, speaking of, I don't know if either one of you guys saw this, but Diablo is one of my favorite franchises of all time.
Remastering too?
Yeah, but it's not
no way.
Like a remaster per se. They're almost like remaking it.
They already have they have a mod out that's pretty much a remade Diablo 2 right now. It's not official or licensed or anything, but if you're really into Diablo 2.
Oh, dude, Diablo 2 is the best one.
Yeah, you can get a torrent for it. I forget what it's called, but it's pretty much like they redid all of Diablo 2. It's pretty sick. I've seen people play it and stuff.
So are they gonna so I'm not big into the WoW scene. We've talked about that before. So was WoW Classic a remaster, or was that literally just
the exact same game?
They just took the information from the other one and relaunched it, and now you can pay for that one.
Rebooted the servers pretty much. Yeah.
Yep. They like clipped the first of World of Warcraft and said, "You're just playing this. This is just the classic."
Supposedly, Burning Crusade is supposed to be coming out.
I figured if
6 months, yeah.
So what, are they just literally going to follow the exact path the other one did?
No.
Supposedly they're stopping at Wrath of the Lich King, which is the one where everybody says where WoW kind of died.
They'll do what old school RuneScape
It died because of Wrath of the Lich King, or after Wrath of the Lich King?
Died after Wrath of the Lich King when they came out with Panda Land or whatever it's called. I stopped playing after that.
Yeah.
Well, you tried playing during that, didn't you?
No, I played Wrath of the Lich King.
No, I mean the Panda Land.
No, I skipped Panda Land. I'd already stopped playing before it came out. I was kind of done with it. And then I had a free trial or whatever. They gave me like two weeks or whatever at the time.
So you hopped in for a little while?
And I started in the starting zone in Panda Land. I was like, yeah, no, not for me.
I wish they would come out with kind of on the same Battlefield thing. And I never played it, but I watched you play it. Was 2142.
No.
I enjoyed watching you play that game.
I forget about that game. That was my first PC shooter. That was so much fun. With the mechs and being able to, with that mode where it's kind of like Conquest in a normal Battlefield game, but at the end base, you have to fly up to the mothership on either side and take it up. No, you don't fly up to space. You go up in the air like a good amount,
okay.
You have to dock onto their mothership, and then they're spawning in the mothership, and you have to fight it out through the corridors, and there's a core in the middle, and now your team has to do enough damage to the core to win. And you have to blow up the mothership.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, I enjoyed watching that game. And I mean, like right now, that was only for PC back then. Right now, the consoles are strong enough they could put those in console. That exact game on a console, a sequel.
Oh, for sure. I used to join lobbies because that's when the first time I was introduced into when you killed somebody with a knife, you got their dog tags. I used to join knife fight only lobbies, and everybody would just meet in the middle and have a big knife mosh pit fight. It was good times. Oh yeah, it was so much fun.
I would play the crap out of that. Like that's
and duck in, and so it was so much fun. It was so cool.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty neat if they did that. I'm trying to think. What would be the reason why they wouldn't do that? I mean, is it because we're on this run? Well, no. Battlefield 6 supposedly is coming back to a modern shooter. Because we were on this everything was World War II shooters. Then everything was a modern shooter, unless it was like a Halo or something like that, like an off game. But like all the franchises, like Call of Duty's, Battlefields, and then we started slowly.
You went futuristic.
Yeah, and then but only did that for a little while. Like two called back-to-back Call of Duties. And they were like, "Yeah, we're not good with this."
Yeah, exactly.
Then
that's why you're not
everything.
See it
then
again.
Battlefield went to World War II, then 1, or 1 then 2.
1
is Battlefield. Battlefield 1 because Battlefield 5 is actually World War II, right?
I don't know. I never played it.
I think went Battlefield 1, World War 1, Battlefield 2, World War 2, and then obviously Call of Duty did World War, and then Call of Duty just did the Cold War. Battlefield, I understand you're making this, like, but Battlefield doing it, like I said, another 2142 would probably sell right now.
Yeah, I mean, I would buy it for
that
sure.
giant, like, not battle royale game that's in the future would be pretty neat.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be pretty sweet.
So
on the same kind of token, Squad, someone came out with a Star Wars mod for Squad. And everybody's like stormtroopers, and everybody's got lasers.
Did you try
Star
it?
Wars. No, I haven't played it yet. But
I saw somebody.
I've seen videos of it.
How I heard about Squad before you told me about it, and I didn't really realize it was Squad, was someone did like a Halo mod for it, I guess. Like, and it's all Halo stuff, like Pelicans and freaking like.
Well, it couldn't have been before I told you about it because they just came out with flying. They just came out with flying assets.
Maybe it wasn't Pelicans, but maybe it was like Warhogs and Scorpions and stuff. No, I thought it was Pelican. I thought the guy said there was a Pelican.
And tanks were added not too long ago either. So
I think that's what it was. I'm trying to remember now, but I know they definitely had UNSC Marines models as like the models for it.
I haven't seen that. That'd be kind of cool.
Maybe no, because it wouldn't be any other game. Maybe it was Arma. Maybe I'm messing this up.
Oh, Arma makes a ton of sense. They have every flying asset you could think of.
Halo was it?
Arma has everything.
Maybe it was Arma. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I never played Arma either, so yep, that's definitely what it was.
Arma's tough.
I think it was this one actually right here that I saw. So tonight during the NFL games, they released a new trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong.
I saw like a clip on YouTube of Kong on a battleship or something, and they're like, Godzilla will come.
So I don't know if I'm allowed to show this, like, because for people watching this on YouTube, I'm not sure if I'm allowed.
You're gonna get copyrighted.
But I don't monetize these videos because we don't have enough.
I'm so confused. Why would you not be able to show YouTube on YouTube?
You can't show other people's.
But this is a clip, so we're gonna show it real quick. We'll talk during it because you're allowed to have commentary. But I'm just curious to see what it looks like. I hope it's. I just want, honestly, for my Godzilla movies, because I grew up watching Godzilla movies, like the Japanese ones, and I used to love. Oh, they captured Kong apparently.
So are they driving him out to dump him, or what are they doing with him?
Yeah, like they would just literally have Godzilla attacking buildings and stuff, and a little bit of human interaction. That's what I want. So I kind of hope they tone down the human interaction a little bit. And my boy Godzilla versus Kong here.
Who do you want to win?
Kong wins 100%.
Well, in the original one, the original one, Kong does win.
He wins, yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of want Godzilla to win.
Maybe
I like both of these guys.
Dude, Kong's got to win.
Who won in Freddy versus Jason? Remember,
Freddy.
No, Jason wins. No, he cuts his head off, and at the end, but then Freddy
throws it in the water, right? And then Freddy wins.
Yeah, but he's not dead.
Yeah,
doesn't Freddy
I don't think he died.
I'm pretty sure that they're gonna end this with neither one of them winning. Like they actually are. How I think they're gonna do it is because they're trying to do a whole MonsterVerse now. How I think they're gonna probably have to end up joining forces to actually help each other.
My only thing, real quick, if Godzilla's like up on this battleship, or Kong's up on the battleship and Godzilla's coming for him, Godzilla can obviously breathe underwater.
Yeah, he can.
Kong got to be swimming.
Yeah.
What a hook!
That looks like the one that put Conor McGregor out, bro.
Poirier. Yeah, he's training Dustin Poirier. Yikes! Whoa!
Oh, so apparently Godzilla Kong can swim.
Dude, that's his ultimate. He just pressed Y.
Yeah, he just pressed Y.
Yeah. That's his B.
This is gonna be sweet. So Godzilla's they're gonna recruit Kong. Oh, she's 11's in it too.
But see, yeah,
Can we get new actors and actresses? I am sick of seeing the same people in everything.
She was in the last. Yeah, they're definitely going to do this where they're going to join forces to fight the other monsters. I would be super shocked if they don't.
What, you're saying Godzilla and Kong work together?
Yes.
Okay. How does his body stay intact when he gets hit with the laser beam that he shoots out of his mouth? That's what I want to like that. Like, how does he Dude, that's
Damn,
sick.
Godzilla's getting smoked. So
I
yeah,
didn't see Godzilla win any of those short fights we
No,
just
he was
saw.
getting slapped, dude.
I didn't
So-
see. He got wrecked.
Getting boxed up. Yeah.
I know. I'm not excited to see that. I kind of want Godzilla to. Like I said, I'm a Godzilla fan over a Kong. I mean, I like Kong. I got nothing against Kong. The Kong movie was good. I like both Godzilla movies. I thought the first one didn't focus enough on Godzilla enough, but whatever. But I'm excited to see them. And if you have HBO Max, it comes out day one on HBO Max. So
No way. When does it come out?
March, I believe. Actually, I think it's right around your birthday.
Oh, what a birthday present.
Do you have that, Dum Dum? Do you have HBO Max?
I know I have the add-on. I do not think I have a subscription for
He knows
it.
you have it.
Oh,
And he knows
I
you
was
have
pretty close. I
password
I
said
for
right
know
around
you
your
got
birthday.
it, and I know where you live. So
It's 2 days after your birthday.
Oh, word.
Oh, my hat was
sweet.
doing that.
1963.
Yeah, that's
What
the
day is
original
my
one.
birthday?
King Kong wins that one.
What day is my
Bro.
birthday on?
Spoiler alerts.
Does it say
Well,
what day the 26th
In
is?
1963, I don't think. I feel like the spoiler alert ends.
Yeah, it's elapsed for sure.
You know what I mean? Because there was that big rumor back in the day that the King Kong only won in the American version, and the Japanese had their own version where Godzilla won. But
Why
right
would they
now,
want Godzilla to win? They hate Godzilla.
no, they love Godzilla.
Yeah, but it's still
over
like their monster. Yeah, it's their monster, even though
guess,
they
yeah.
go fucking Godzilla.
But I guess it's not true. But I think I do, because how they're building this monster verse, I think that they're going to. But then on Kong being the cover also makes
Dude,
me
he
think
wins.
Kong's definitely gonna win.
He
Kong's
wins.
gonna win, bro. Everybody, Harambe, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Harambe. Kong's gonna win because of Harambe.
yeah. He's gonna have a Harambe tat on his bicep. Watch. At the very end, he's gonna be like, "This is for Harambe."
Oh
Yeah.
man, you are right though, huh? Because she hasn't been in one, I don't believe. I don't think.
Yeah,
these
use
two-
new actors.
These
and
three
actresses. Let's
people
get
are
somebody
new
else
characters.
rich, dude.
No, wait, no. Actually, I think
sick of it.
Skarsgård was actually in the Kong movie. I take that back.
That's a weird
Who's
last name.
Skarsgård?
Yeah.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Oh, I know him. I see him now.
I know
His screen's so
Asgard.
small. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. What's another movie he was in besides those?
Aren't they making a Monster Hunter World movie or something like that?
Yeah,
they
that's
are
supposed to be
with,
coming out. Oh,
um,
and then
The chick
Zelda.
from Resident Evil.
Oh, Zelda.
Zelda's
as well,
gonna be-
yeah.
Zelda's gonna have a Netflix series.
Zelda is having
Yep.
a Netflix series.
Yep.
Yeah. Link's just
Where's
gonna go,
the-
hi, ha, ha, the whole.
Yeah, he's just
Where's
gonna yell the
the-
entire time. Is it animated?
No, it didn't look like it was.
They're
Hold on.
doing it live action, dude.
There it is.
Yep, it's live action.
He seems so happy about it. He's like,
Yep,
"Oh, here
it's
we
live
go."
action.
Do it
Dude, they just
again.
have a way to ruin everything.
Bro.
I mean, to be fair though, Netflix did a hell of a job with The Witcher. So I feel like you have to give it a chance.
have they made a live action Pokemon?
Yeah, but Zelda
Yeah,
is different
Detective
than The
Pikachu.
Witcher.
Oh yeah.
Zelda is totally the opposite thing than The Witcher.
So we'll see though. We'll see. I mean, I'm Zelda's
That'll be
okay.
one
I've
you
never-
guys review. I'm sure Holly will make me watch it, but I'm gonna have my eyes closed.
Sure, Holly's
I'm
gonna
gonna
make
have
you
my-
watch it.
He's sitting
That-
on his.
He's already
Switch,
decided
Rice and
he
Ruin.
doesn't like it. So by some miracle that it's actually good, he's gonna be like, nope, it still sucks.
Oh yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that. If
It's
it's good, I'd
absolute
say it was good.
Trash.
If it was good, I'd say it was good.
What, did I hear anything else? Yeah, Monster Hunter's coming out with one, and yeah, you're talking about the chick from the Resident Evil movies because her husband's directing it.
Oh,
Um,
typical.
was there another video game movie?
B-Dog's hating on all this stuff.
I know,
I'm
you're
getting
going
jaded.
hard. Oh, so we're
Jaded 'cause
getting,
all this stuff is starting to make me mad because it's
okay, we're
always the
getting
same
a new
people.
Tomb Raider.
It's
Oh,
always
yeah, it's
live
Tomb Raider.
action.
A
Oh,
Minecraft.
yeah, is Angelina Jolie at least?
No, it's that new chick
Wait, what?
because they redid it already.
I moved my
Oh my
mouse.
God.
Another
I missed
Sonic the
that.
Hedgehog. Another Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Never saw the first one.
I
Call
didn't
of
Call of Duty
either.
apparently was delayed. A Minecraft movie? How the hell are they gonna make a Mine? That's got to be an animated movie.
The Last
of
would be
Us,
cool. That'd be a
Watch
cool
Dogs. Oh, and we know they're making Uncharted,
Oh.
but
And the
We
one
can't
with
talk-
Tom
movie. Yeah,
Holland.
Mr. Timmy Tommy Holland.
That counts.
Tom Holland, do you want some Girl Scout cookies? Oh,
What,
Okay.
what the hell?
he's a little bitch, dude.
you really hate Tom Holland. Like,
I do.
I bet you he's
hate him.
actually a very nice guy.
Wait, did
Yeah,
Monster Hunter
well-
World already come out?
I hope not.
This has got to be
Oh.
delayed. I don't think it already came out.
I don't know.
There's
There
Uncharted.
he is, dude.
Hey, your boy.
Oh, that's right. This is coming out too. A new Mortal Kombat movie, which is also going to be come out on HBO Max.
The MK
that's
movies
cool.
are pretty good usually. I enjoy those.
Apparently, we're getting a new Resident Evil.
Stupid.
Um,
Super stupid Sonic.
We're gonna get another
Mario?
Super Mario Brothers. Didn't they realize with the first one they probably shouldn't do a Super Mario Brothers movie?
Dude, that was amazing. That's one of my
A
favorites.
Borderlands movie?
What? No, I will watch the ever loving out of that, bro. Dum
that
Dum
gonna be
went from
live
6
action
o'clock
too?
to midnight in a second. You know what I
Is
mean,
that gonna be live action or
This
what?
can't be a real. This has got to be like what people want.
bro? Well, they have Tales from the Borderlands, I guess.
Detective Pikachu. I don't know what this game is. I see people talking about this Five Nights at Freddy's crap all the time. I don't know what it is.
If you're
I
like a
like the way it
10-year-old watching this podcast, let us know what Five Nights at Freddy's
Metal
is.
Gear Solid, Minecraft, Tomb Raider. Yeah, see, that's the new Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay. I messed with that.
She's cute.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
you didn't see the first new Tomb Raider then?
Mm.
It was okay. I mean, it was nothing
Why would I watch that?
fantastic, but it was okay. I'm still excited for this freaking movie, and
I'm
they're
gonna
making a
watch
sequel to
the
Ready
new-
Player One.
Has anybody ever watched the new Wonder Woman yet?
I have yet to watch the new Wonder Woman yet.
I have no.
Have
No,
you?
I think no. I'm hard passing on it.
Oh, the new Wonder Woman? I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
WandaVision.
Wonder Woman 84 or whatever.
Yeah, it was,
No, I
it was
was-
pretty butt. I watched
The,
it.
the wife and I have.
It's
Oh,
awful.
apparently Monster
not
Hunter
that
World is
great.
out.
Bro, I should watch that. I like that game.
Do you have to rent
no,
it?
you don't like that game. You love that game.
I love it. We were broken up since. I'm playing Smite now. By the way, anyone that's listening, Smite Season 8 is in 2 days. So,
Oh,
Are they coming out? Who's the new gods are coming out with? Do you know? Have they announced? Usually,
I
season launch has a new
saw it
god.
on Reddit, but I forget. But, dude, you should have saw the item buff and nerf list.
new.
Oh, my God, dude. It's like every item in the game is getting either
Mar-
buffed or nerfed.
We're getting a total new rework.
This guy, you're getting a
Pretty
panda.
much.
New Japanese
No,
god.
he's already out.
He's a raccoon.
Oh,
He's already out.
that's a raccoon.
I thought he was a raccoon. Maybe he's a
Oh,
red
maybe it
panda or
is.
something.
He looks like Rocket with a rice hat.
Yeah, you're right. It
Yeah.
is. I thought it was a panda. Real quick. Sorry, my bad.
Just because he's Japanese.
Japanese panda?
I think pandas are Chinese.
I don't know. Maybe
Do they?
Yeah, they
say?
eat bamboo, and that's in China, right?
Apparently, season 8 update right here.
Yeah, what's this all about?
it's just a bunch of new skins and crap.
That's not
We'll
new.
get-
all the stuff
what's
in the
the
battle
s-
passes and
Who's the What's the skin called? Their B Dog when they make like a super skin for it.
exclusive.
No, it's a the skins that like go throughout the game.
Yeah, like
They're
the
T5s
like, super expensive?
Yeah, they're T5s or something like that.
Yeah, I clicked on a Kukulon skin the other day. I was like, "Oh, this one's cool. How much?" 7,200 gems. I was like, "That's
Yeah.
$100."
I missed
Yeah,
the
they have some that you
because I
can't
think
even get
Ares
anymore.
had one that I'll never be able to get because I only really play
There's-
two gods. I play Ares and
There was
Achilles.
one that Thor had, and as you went on, he was like a mech warrior. And as you started leveling up, he'd get new pieces of armor, and by the end, he was a full mech warrior.
That's
Pretty
dope.
Sweet.
I like the
Yeah,
evolving skins in game like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Even the
Um,
evolving camos on like Call of Duty, some of those guns, those are like I like those stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, you just got to take up what 300 gigs of your system or PC.
Bro, I'm talking about old Call of Duties, like Black Ops
Old
4
cons, bro.
had one of those. I forget what it was called, but it was really cool.
I might get the new season pass just so I force myself to play more Smite.
Well, I think
I
Russ
I
will
can
on
be convinced to
forever,
play
so-
Smite.
Bro, Smite's good.
Russell's on it now.
Our boy Russ Bus is definitely loving Smite. He,
I talked to him
you know,
today.
right now he's listening to this podcast right now and he's probably smirking when we talked about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, he got his first arena game where he got 10 kills, and he sent a picture of it to me while I was at work. I was like, sick, dude.
Oh, how cute!
Yeah. I was like, well, I remember my first time. You know?
my first time getting all those kills.
Yeah, it was cool. I was proud of him.
What was I gonna say? So besides that, what else you guys have on your list of things to play? Anything? I still have yet to play Watch Dogs. I know B Dog's gonna make the face. Oh wait, no, he's covering it, so you can't see it.
No,
You can't
I'm not gonna make a face. I'm curious to see what you think.
I'm curious to see
I
what I
beat
think. though.
Cyberpunk.
Which shocks me.
I just haven't. I've been I get home from work. I don't really want to sit down and play a story. I want to fight other people or play other people and beat them at something. I don't want
I
to
get it.
play myself.
I get it.
Computer. I've been in a competitive mindset.
I'm surprised Holly hasn't been on your butt too, because she is the
She was
ultimate
a little
backseat
bit, but she
gamer.
understands. She understands.
I haven't beat. I got to get back into, which is not because I don't like the game. I keep forgetting to go back to it. Is Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I haven't beat that either.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
bought that game. I played for like 2 hours, and I
so
haven't
play
played
it
since.
more.
But now I'm on Smite, bro.
Instead of playing
personality.
Rocket League and RuneScape, play.
Competitiveness makes me go crazy. I just need to go against people.
I know. I need to
get
beat
it.
people
I
up.
get the
and stuff,
competitiveness,
bro.
dude. We rock competitive modes.
Yeah, and I'm just stuck in the mode right now. Or
If I don't say get shit on at least once a day, something's going wrong. You know?
Yeah, but that's usually you getting shit on.
Doesn't matter. I still said it, so it's all right.
No, I really, like I said, I not to get back on the custom game things, but I really enjoyed playing the custom games last week. Like that, I honestly and thoroughly enjoyed that. That was fun. We got to play with, like I said, our buddy Cal, who's over there streaming on Twitch with us, and his wonderful fiance Peach, and we met Peach's brother-in-law, Robert, he was fun. He's over in the UK. We get to get a little bit of UK talk. But he doesn't like soccer, as B-Dog found out, which B-Dog was not impressed with that because B-Dog likes his soccer.
B-Dog literally went, which soccer club do you like? He's like, I don't really like soccer.
He's like, I like basketball, which completely threw everybody off.
And B-Dog instantly went, I'm muting him again.
I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah, his mic was messing up that night.
It was making us all echo, so it was going a little nuts.
Makes me upset because he has the privilege to watch all these awesome games at their home stadium, and he doesn't even enjoy it.
It's how it rolls, dude.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I can't be too upset.
All three of us have. I mean, our favorite sport's different for all three of us.
Yeah, I can't watch any caliber. At least you can go watch like professional NFL. Like you can watch NFL, which you enjoy. I can't watch actual good soccer in the U.S.
That's true. That is true.
I mean, caliber of play.
If you want, I'll live stream me playing soccer. You'll be amazed.
You'll be in the
by
hospital.
yourself.
Yeah, this is me.
Cool.
I won't miss a goal.
Bro, you banging off the post, it hits you in the head. Your neck's even
going for another neck surgery.
Now. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then you just see B-Dog cheered 500 bits. Dum Matty cheered 500 bits.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. That'll help pay your hospital bills, bro.
Yeah.
What the heck? Did I watch it? I'm trying to think. I really feel like I watched something I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, WandaVision. Yeah, you guys. Neither of you are big into the Marvel like franchises anyway, but I like them and the wife likes them. So there are 3 episodes in right now, and
he died.
I don't know what's going on.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah, he was, for sure.
So he's not dead anymore.
I don't.
Is this a timepiece like back before everything?
I don't. No, it's definitely after. But you kind of in the 3rd episode, you kind of get like in the first 2 episodes, because they released those in the first day. There's funky stuff going out. The first episode's in black and white completely. It's a complete black and white episode.
The whole episode?
Yes. So it's going through the different, like, it was 50s, 60s. The last episode was 70s of like episodes. Like I think it was like the Andy Dick show, and I can't remember what the next one was based on. This last one was like the Partridge Family and the Brady Bunch and stuff. Like they kind of like model it after that, but like it's weird stuff's happening in the episode. So from my understanding, Scarlet Witch has something going on, or either they're trying to get something from her, or she's doing this like and holding everybody out and making her own like alternate reality where Viz is still alive and they're living like an all-American life, like a dream almost. But I don't know because
I get it now.
Because she at one point, but then I don't think it's 100% that, because during a couple episodes, like you can tell it's glitching like on purpose, And like
So they
she,
like have her in a simulation trying to extract something from her type of deal.
it seems like it because she's like, where, like you hear someone's voice, like, where are you, Wanda? What are you doing, Wanda? What are you trying to tell us, Wanda? Like stuff like that. And there's like a scene in it, and I'm not gonna say like where something happens, and she's like, no, and all of a sudden, like the episode rewinds back to like 10 seconds before that, and she just decides not to go that way and just talk about something different.
What was this, Happy Death Day?
Yeah, it seems like I don't know. It seems like
I
at the
guess-
end, like towards the end of the season, you're already gonna like something's gonna happen, and then the real episode's gonna kick off. And you're like, what the fuck? This mean for
Because
season
and
two?
that's so
Type
at
of
the
deal.
end of the first episode, it's clearly somebody watching her from a camera too. Like at the end of the first black and white episode, it pops out and it's like on a TV screen. You know how they do that weird transition to something you watch something on TV? It does that weird transition and it's regular, not black and white, and someone's watching and then they turn the TV off. So somebody is watching something. I just don't really have any idea what's going on. So
It's a cool premise. This doesn't really get me going.
There's a
That guy's
logo.
dead.
There's a logo that keeps popping up, and that's the other thing too. I think like there's these ads that pop up in the middle of the episodes, which I think are following her timeline on the show. Like the first one's like a Stark watch, and it's like it'll blow. Like, and that, remember, that's how, if you guys, right, I know you guys aren't into the big Avengers movies like I was, but like that's what happened to her and her brother. Like at the beginning of their childhood, they were in a house, they were waiting for a Stark bomb to blow.
Yeah.
And then the next ad was the person that turned them into well, they can't use, they at the time they couldn't use mutants, but turned them into what they were. And it was like I forgot, maybe that was the watch. No, yeah, sorry, the Stark thing was a toaster waiting for it to go. Then it was the watch for the Baron, whatever the hell the guy's name was, and it was like he'll be waiting for you. And then the next one that they just had this week was another like a the hell was it? I can't remember what it was, but it was another one. Like it's almost like following her timeline, like the ads are following her major events through her life almost, which are kind of weird. How it's a weird show. But one of the things, the logos that keep popping up is a sword, and my inner Marvel nerd knows that there's an actual agency like that's the counter of Shield. That sword, it stands for something, but it's like the like they're collecting data, like they're watching stuff. They have like a space station and they watch everything. So I have a feeling that has something to do with like I think they have her in whatever this is.
It's like a simulation type deal.
But they haven't said it, but I just know that that's what sword does.
It seems like what it would be.
So it's interesting. I'll keep you guys posted on what I think of it because we're gonna watch it just because we watch all the stuff. I'm more excited to watch the one that starts after this, the Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's coming up. That starts right after this.
Is it the same guy? Is the same guy play the Falcon?
Yep. Anthony Mackie plays the Falcon, and
I really like him.
Sebastian Stan plays Winter Soldier. But they're gonna play it off. I don't. From my understanding, they're gonna play it off the comic where after Cap retires, he gives them the shield, but the government's like, no, you're not Captain America. We decide who Captain America is, and they give it to some guy who is like the opposite of Captain America, where he's doesn't do like what the right thing. He does the government's bidding, and they have an issue with it. So I have a feeling that from what I understand, that's the way they're going to go with this storyline.
Okay. That seems I don't know. Why wouldn't Cap be able to decide who Cap?
Because the government says like we pick who
like
Captain
screw
America is.
The government in Marvel universes, bro. Who cares about them? Just let Cap decide who like the new Cap's gonna be.
I just hope
Snowpiercer was good.
The TV show.
Yeah, they had finale. Like I finished watching. I think I talked about it a while ago, but I finished watching it obviously, and it was really good.
It's worth a watch.
Definitely worth a watch. If you like
What's better, the series or the movie?
They're different, but I like the series more.
They do.
It's not based off because the movie's based off the book, isn't it?
Same premise, but
upper and lower class.
TV series is more elaborate and gets way more into depth with that, and has like a actual storyline instead of just like get to the front of the train type deal. The way they have the train is a little different. Some of the stuff you find out is really cool along the way, and it's set up for a second season, so it's really cool. I really enjoyed it. Me and Holly binge watched it. Yeah, it was good.
I'll have to check it out. because we saw the advertisement actually today when we were watching their football games, and I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I will check that out. I'll have to see
That's
what
good.
Sarah
You'd
wants to
like
do. I'll
it.
just
I
watch
think
by
you'd
myself.
like it.
What
One
were we
thing I want to
watching?
talk about. What?
Oh, it was last night. We were watching the UFC, and you saw an ad for something as well.
What did I see an ad for last time we were watching the UFC?
Oh man, it was like Unbroken or something along those lines, and you had to look it up. You're like, I wonder if this game is good. No.
Oh, no. I didn't see that on there. I saw it because I was watching the fight on here, and I had Twitch playing on the screen behind me.
Okay.
And it was Enlisted.
Okay, yeah.
It's
I knew
a
it was
squad-based,
something like that.
squad-based World War II shooter where you actually control the squad. It's like a giant battle. You control your squad, and I think you get like 5 members in the squad, from what I understand. It looked interesting, but it's one of those games I'd want to try before playing. It honestly felt like it looked and played like Battlefield 5, like the World War II one. But like you had different members of your squad and you could switch through. And then I'm pretty sure at some point as you get higher in the game, like you can have like a tank a part of your squad and other crap a part of your squad.
Okay, that's pretty cool. If it's on game preview, maybe it'll be on.
I wish it was.
Yeah.
It's on game preview, but you got to pay for it, which I was like,
That
tank
makes
with an
sense.
infantry squad.
like you can mix and match your squads, I guess. From what I understand, it's just a different take on. It sounds like it's gonna eventually go free to play too, from what I understand.
Dope. That's pretty cool.
It's an
But it's only
MMO.
That's what they say it is, but I don't know how it's an MMO.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to learn more about it. I only looked it up for a little. Yeah, you control a squad of 4 to 7 soldiers, various classes, or a tank crew or an aircraft pilot. They give orders to air soldiers with the squad while controlling one soldier directly. The Battle of Moscow can be revealed first, the Normandy invasion, and the Battle of Berlin to follow. Let me
That's
see.
interesting.
Yeah, that's
Enlisted
confusing.
game.
That's pretty confusing if you ask me.
It definitely looks like old schooler graphics though. Almost like indie-ish. Plus the Wikipedia doesn't have too much on it, so
Here's the trailer for the game. Not that it's gonna give us too much for it.
yeah, it's a
but
train.
Snowpiercer.
Hey, shout out to Snowpiercer. But
That building's on fire. I like it.
Poorly.
I wonder if they're
It looks like shit.
The tank is on fire.
a lot of stuff's on fire. I'm just curious to see what.
Oh
like I said,
yeah, the graphics do look a little. Oh, it's MG42. They do look
Okay,
a little poopy, huh?
I just want to know how it plays. It seems like when I looked it up on Twitch, there weren't many people playing it, which I don't know if it just came out because I just noticed on that they would just advertise
How
it.
is
on
this
the
an
dashboard.
MMO?
I don't know how it's an MMO. It doesn't make
Looks
sense
like
to
a
me.
battle.
BTFO,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't know either. I don't know I don't know anything about it really. I just saw it and I was like, oh, it looks interesting. Let me look into it.
That's a dope hat.
It's a dope hat. You want that?
Never
hat?
mind.
SH?
It reminds me of like old Medal of Honor, like the graphics.
Old
Look
school.
at that. Look at that.
for
Slow
sure.
mo throw. You can fly.
There you go. Now that people know what it's like.
Oh,
Wow.
my goodness.
This is something.
But yeah, so I'm curious to see what it's about. I mean, I'm not like overly excited to play it, but I would like
definitely
to
wouldn't
try
be.
a demo just to see how it plays, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know.
But I'm not gonna pay for it.
No,
I ain't got that
wouldn't
kind of money.
Ever.
But yeah, I don't do you guys got anything else fun or exciting that want to talk up? You want to wrap it up here? I know we still gonna throw out the season 1 episode 2 Amando we're gonna have to throw out there, and we got to throw out the Entitled Gamer. So I think I've got nothing else for this week, so if you guys are good, I'm
No, me
ready to
either.
rock.
I'm
ready to rock,
Gucci.
too.
All right, well, hey, thank you guys all for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
This is the way.